You must hear Jimmy Carter's narrative from beginning to end, so prepare to enter into a life of service, resiliency, and quiet courage. See how a Georgia peanut farmer turned into one of America's most adored presidents and a devoted humanitarian by reading through to the end. Jimmy Carter was born in Plains, Georgia, a small hamlet with dusty roads and close-knit neighbors, on October 1, 1924. Jimmy spent his early years assisting in the fields, where his father operated a peanut farm and a basic shop, teaching him the importance of community and hard work. His school days consisted of long journeys to class, Friday night football games, and evenings spent hearing his parents debate morality. Carter stood out from a young age due to his calm persistence and strong sense of justice. He received a scholarship to the U.S. Naval Academy after graduating high school in 1941, where he achieved scholastic and athletic success, even setting an Academy swimming record. When his father died in 1953, Carter, who had served as a submarine officer during World War II, came home to take over the family property. He turned the little operation into a successful enterprise by introducing contemporary farming methods like crop rotation, irrigation, and mechanized harvesting. However, Carter also witnessed his neighbors' hardships, such as restricted economic opportunities, lack of access to health care, and school segregation. He started advocating for voting rights and school integration at a time when such viewpoints were unpopular in the Deep South, first softly and later more forcefully. Carter advocated for progressive reforms in the Georgia State Senate after winning a seat there in 1962. These reforms included equal pay for female teachers, better mental health facilities, and redistributing legislative districts to ensure equitable representation. As he gained recognition as an independent, ethical voice, he was elected governor of Georgia in 1970. In his capacity as governor, he supported education, expedited government processes, and advocated for ethics changes. He gained respect from people of all parties because of his candid, active, and modest leadership style. Then, in 1976, Jimmy Carter unexpectedly entered the presidential race. He won the Democratic primary and defeated Gerald Ford by a slim margin. He ran as an outsider who pledged honesty following Watergate and an end to the shadow of Vietnam. Carter promised to restore integrity while discussing the loss of respect for government in his inauguration address. He mediated the 1978 Camp David Accords, which brought peace between Egypt and Israel, established the Department of Energy to solve the oil issue, and pardoned draft evaders. But he also had to deal with the hostage situation in Iran, skyrocketing, inflation, and energy shortages during his presidency. Many Americans were dissatisfied by 1980, and Carter lost to Ronald Reagan in the race for re-election. Carter, however, was not deterred by losing the White House. Rather, it signaled the start of a new era. Together with his wife Rosalind, he established the Carter Center in 1982 with the goals of promoting human rights, keeping an eye on elections, and combating sickness globally. The center witnessed numerous elections in developing democracies, enhanced mental health services in the United States, and assisted in the eradication of guinea worm disease. Carter also swung a hammer alongside people in need as he helped Habitat for Humanity build over 4,000 houses. He was the only American president to win the Nobel Peace Prize after leaving office in 2002 for his post-presidential efforts. Carter remained approachable and modest throughout it all. He went back to Plains with Rosalind, and they lived in the small house where he was born. He conducted a weekly radio program where he talked about everything from peanut farming to politics, taught Sunday school, and welcomed guests to his hometown church. Carter traveled for Habitat builds and peace missions well into his 90s, his soft smile and weathered hands signifying a lifetime of service. Jimmy Carter's life serves as a reminder that empathy, integrity, and a dedication to improving the world one tiny deed at a time are more important qualities for a leader than fame or fortune. His journey from Georgia's peanut fields to the global stage and back demonstrates that even the most modest beginnings may have a profound influence. Make sure to subscribe right away if Jimmy Carter's tale has motivated you and you'd like to know more about the world's leaders. Only a click away is your next fantastic tale.